Hello and welcome to the UK Surf Show. We are your hosts. I'm Pete.
And I'm Mitch, and on today's episode, we chat to an amazing family of absolute chargers, the Crookshanks.
Absolute chargers. That's not even an understatement. And
It's not.
on top of all of that, you get to find out the meaning behind the Old Kent Road.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was this episode.
Yeah, the Old Kent Road. The difference in surfing between the place that Mitch says to me is amazing and the place that they call the Old Kent Road.
Yeah. So let's just jump straight into it, let you find out what it's all about, who these guys are and what they're all about, and see you on the other side.
Yeah, and don't forget, come back at the end and hear about our Wales trip that's coming up as well. So straight on with the Crookshanks, and here we go.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Are you nervous?
No.
Good.
Nope.
Media trained.
Media trained, aren't you? Right, so should we start? Do you want to tell us what your names are?
Let's start at this end of the table.
Carly. Kai. Gabe.
And you all related?
No. Us two are.
Uh-oh.
You two are.
We got a straggler.
Straggler.
How did you get here?
They drove me.
They drove you here. But you had a choice in that, though, right? Just to be clear. And what do you guys do?
Surf.
You surf.
Skate.
Full-time surfers.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? How old are you all?
12.
12.
10.
10.
And I'm 12 as well.
And you're 12 as well. So you two best mates, am I going to assume?
Yeah, we're besties.
Oh, proper tight. And I tell you what, there must be some surfing accolades in this room. So again, how about we start yourself, Callie? What have you done in surfing that Pete hasn't?
Under 12 champion.
Wow. You're already better than me.
I'm second in the UK Grum Search.
What?
And last year I was under 16 champion.
Wow. You've got it going on already, haven't you?
Yeah.
You have got it going on. Tell me yours.
So this year I'm under 12 champion, and I came third in UK Grum Search. Under 12s.
It's not bad. Not bad, is it, for, under 12?
I mean, so this is the family done now. There's some big pressure on you.
So, I can't even mind.
There's so many. I've got to choose from.
I'm second in Scotland for under 16s and second in Scotland for under 12s.
So you guys are proper surfers, aren't you? You're so young and you're already there.
So, should we do a little test a minute, see if they're still young enough to name all the secret spots, or do you know...
No.
We don't know any of them anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
That's all right then, isn't it? So you got that dialed already. So, when did you all start surfing?
Well, I was in when I was 2 years old, but then I got fully in when I was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So you started properly 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Same with me.
Same with you?
Yeah, I probably started 2.5 years maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you've not had a long time to do more than most of us will ever do in surfing.
Exactly, yeah. And what do you find you get out of surfing? You obviously love surfing. In fact, now before that question, what is it about surfing that you really like?
Getting wiped out.
Getting wiped out. I was always told to learn to enjoy a wipeout, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. What about yourself?
Everything.
You love all of it? You always come out the water feeling really pleased and happy, or do you come out competitive?
And tubed.
Okay, yeah, tubed. I don't know what that's like, so you can tell me. What about yourself?
I like the surfing community, and I like getting tubed as well.
And how's the surfing community around where you surf?
Good, really good. A lot of groms and a lot of adults that are quite, hustling their backs and not as good as they used to be.
Have you had media training? You're all over these answers.
And have any of you paddled out with your dad recently and it was a bit big?
No.
Me.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bleep that out, that place you just said.
What's the biggest waves you guys have surfed?
I would say, I don't know. Triple overhead.
Triple over whose head though? Your head or my head?
No. Yeah. 6 times overhead me.
That's crazy. And were you terrified when you took off on that wave? No.
No.
Just happy to get on with it? Mm-hmm. Did you get tubed on that wave?
No.
Did you rip it up though?
Yeah.
Wow. And I can see you looking. Were you on the same wave?
Yeah.
And did you get tubed?
No.
Did you tear the wave apart? You leave a hole in it?
It kind of closed out though, so.
All right, okay. But you were happy to go and commit. And so, I mean, you guys you've done quite a bit of competition stuff?
Yeah.
Curious how you find competition at your age. Quite young.
I love it.
You find it fun or do you find it really competitive?
Competitive,
Chill.
and fun.
And fun, yeah.
Right, okay.
Some of them can be competitive.
Right.
And what about like surfing at like places like the Wave? Have you all surfed there?
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've
it's
not.
so good.
But
Yeah.
it'll
Loving
be in
it?
a month
Yeah.
until
Amazing.
we go with our club in like a development training weekend.
Oh yeah.
So
So that's going to be your
Yeah.
first time at the Wave.
Yeah.
You've got something to look forward to there then.
Yeah, and who's your surf club?
Brock Surf
Rock
Club.
Surf Club.
Rock Surf Club.
Yeah.
The best in town.
Oh, fair. Absolutely fair. I mean, it is with you guys representing it, clearly. And you all must be skaters, I'm going to
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good skaters.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Have you got your own skate park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a ramp as well in the back garden.
I saw that, and you definitely not caused any dramas with that ramp, have you, at night time?
What's your best skateboard tricks?
I can disaster.
Can you?
I can almost blunt.
Nice.
Actual stall and a rock and roll.
I've blunted before.
Yeah.
To me,
Nice.
these are all just words to me because
Yeah,
I'm not a
you
skateboarder.
don't need
You'd
to
be
know.
surprised, but Pete's actually a proper skateboarder. He's an absolute trick machine as well. I know to look at him, you wouldn't think so.
Think of it. Just old and fall over a lot.
And he's got a sore back as well.
Yeah. Yeah. They have. It's not sore knees, sore back, sore neck. It all goes, you know.
But enjoy it while you got it. So you guys, have obviously, had some amazing times already in your surfing. You're going to the Wave soon. What else have you got coming up that you're looking forward to?
More competitions.
What
Yeah.
comps you got coming up?
I've got like the couple Grom series.
Okay.
That's it.
The
Yeah.
Nationals.
Right.
Nationals.
Nationals is pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's pretty seen.
Yeah.
when's the Nationals? April. Not long then.
You guys ready?
Peas
No.
Bay.
What else do you know Peas Bay as?
Old Kent Road.
Old Kent Road.
What we'll do is awkwardly we'll make mum and dad answer as to why. Pete's lost it.
That's brilliant.
And how do you find it, mum and dad? They surf well.
No.
My mom does
My mom,
really.
no, my mom is amazing. She can do air reverses.
Right. Okay.
How much did your mum pay you to say that?
Then
Nothing.
That's just love.
That's
great.
she's a good video
I've got to
transfer.
try harder.
Video.
Yeah.
Good at videoing.
Just good at
Okay.
videoing.
Yeah.
And do you get some feedback from mum and
Yeah.
dad after
Yeah,
your
my
surfs?
dad.
What
She
do you call
my-
the feedback?
My mum just follows what my dad's saying. She just copies what my dad's saying.
Yeah.
Callie, what do you call the feedback when you're on your session?
Criticising.
Criticising.
Yeah,
sessions.
criticising.
Does he give you good feedback?
Yeah.
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 Is he a good teacher?
Oh,
I don't listen.
Okay,
I only listen to other people.
You're just doing it your way. There's something to be said for that, I think.
And who do you guys look up to in surfing?
Ben and Lucas and Craig.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Of course, and Mitch.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
Mitch.
That's what a lovely thing to say. There was definitely no prompts there.
Not at all. Not
For
at
that.
all. And what about you? Who do you look up to?
Alice Barton, like Sky Brown and Erin Brooks.
Nice.
That's some good people to look up
That
to.
is.
I
There's
think-
some good people there.
You guys are pretty much on par there. You'll be rocking.
Yeah.
What about, you got some stickers on your boards?
Yeah.
Who have you got?
Alder, Salt Rock, Daisies,
Who splice boards?
Skin Dog.
Skin Dog makes your boards.
Mhm.
That's an accolade, isn't it? That's epic. And how'd you get on with Ben Skinner?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. And what about Lucas?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Surfer.
And do you learn when you're surfing with people like that?
Aye. He aired over me in no, Portugal.
I mean, why wouldn't you? It's better than ploughing through you.
I know.
And it's good surfing with Lila as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And what other stickers you got on your boards over there? Whose is the yellow one?
I'm sponsored by Skin Dog.
Yeah.
And Ocean Frog.
And Ocean
and
Frog.
Daisies.
And Daisies.
Yeah.
That's not bad going. And what about you over there?
I've got wax on my board and a tail pad and some fins.
There you go. You've done this before.
So you need to say to the kind people out there that will see this that you need a sponsor then.
So I'll tell you what, remind them of your accolades, where you came, and then say, look, I'm looking for some support. Try that, see if it gets anywhere.
Yeah. So what positions you came in competitions and overall? What did you come?
Where did you come in the last Scottish?
Second in the under 16s.
Yeah.
And second in the under 12s.
And you need a what?
What? Sponsor.
You're looking for sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys got anything you want to ask or say, or anyone you want to thank, or anyone you want to call out for dropping in on you?
Thank you to my mum
Aww.
for videoing. And he always drops in at me.
I class it as a party wave.
You have to shout it first, though. Do you shout it?
No.
No.
Last time I dropped in on him, I thought he was shouting party wave. But he was saying get off the wave.
Well, most of the words were there.
My dad's good at criticising. No. Videoing. No. Looking at our videos.
Right, okay. And giving you constructive feedback.
Yeah.
I would thank Alder and Salt Rock for the clays and the wetsuits.
Awesome.
And Skin Dog for the boards.
Nice.
Well, there we go.
Wait. Thank you to Ben, Lucas and Craig for teaching me some stuff.
But you're coming for them.
Yeah.
You're the next on the list.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks
all
for
right.
chatting to us.
Hey guys, Russell Cruikshank, Fraserburgh. We're on the Rock Surf Club here, and also father to these two grommets here, Callie and Kai Cruikshank.
I'm Lainey Crookshank. I'm mum of his two grommets and wife of this crazy surfer dude. Yeah, from Fraserburgh as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're going to have to introduce... I know we've done it already, but you're going to have to introduce yourself again.
My name's Carly.
And
I'm 12 years old.
okay.
I'm from Fraserburgh.
My name is Kai and I'm 10 years old and I'm from Fraserburgh.
Have you had a birthday recently?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd had a birthday and forgot you had a birthday. So you just straight up forgot your age. All right, that's fair enough. And what does this family do?
Surf.
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 Love it. Just surf.
Surf, skate and I do football.
Ah, nice.
So I think Dad, we'll start with you.
Yeah, no, it is. It is really just surfing family. The winter times are quite tough at the minute. Really, it's a weekend thing. The dark nights after school doesn't allow for surfing, but the weekends come and it's hunting down the charts looking for waves and trying to find these groms some waves. Then hopefully Dad gets a few as well.
Yeah.
If they let me.
If they let you.
Yeah. It sounds like these guys are chargers at these young ages already. So I don't know if it's mum and dad pushing them hard or they've just got a natural ability.
No, I think that they've just got a real passion for it. They want to get up in the morning and they're asking what the waves are like. There's no kind of pressure to go surfing. Sometimes they're not feeling it.
Yeah,
and it does happen. Particularly in the colder days during the winter and stuff. And yeah, there's no pressure from us at all. If they don't want to surf, they don't surf.
Right.
But generally, it's they want to surf.
Okay.
If there's good waves, they're on it. And if there's not good waves, they want to go find the good waves. And so does Dad. So it kind of works good.
Yeah, right. Okay. And what are kind of the accolades the kids come with now then?
So, in terms of
their successes.
their success. Oh, they've done really well. In terms like performance-wise, like competition stuff, they've done really well. I don't do it for we don't do it for competitions. They like to do the competition, enter the competitions, but me as a dad, it's just I just like surfing with the kids and see them enjoying it, share it with them. They want to do competitions at times, and they do. They enter them, and they've done really well so far. I mean, what you Carly at the moment? You're under
12 champion.
Under 12 Scottish champion at the moment.
First,
you were under 16 Scottish champion last year, were you? I think you were second in the UK Grom Search last year, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Scottish kids getting a lot better recognition.
No, definitely. Yeah.
Under 12 champion.
Yeah, under 10 Scottish champion, under 12 Scottish champion at the moment. So yeah, no, they've done really well. And he was third in the UK Grom series as well, which at 9 years old on the under 12s. That mean putting Scottish surf on the map as youngsters. No, really good, proud of them, super proud. But for me, it's not about competition.
No,
they
definitely.
do well, they compete, but it's just sharing waves, getting some waves, and enjoying surfing kind of as a family. It's not about the results.
No.
But yeah, when they come, it's good. It's fun.
What about yourself? How long have you been surfing?
Probably 30 odd years or so. I'm an old timer. These guys are showing me up now. No, it's cool. It's an amazing area. Fraserburgh is fantastic. It's there's good quality waves.
I've seen that today.
A little bit inconsistent. But when it's good, it's as good as anyone. There's no crowds. The crowds are fantastic.
That's the one thing. We went to this place today, and it was just like there was us out there and
bliss.
One other person, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was bliss.
And it's like 3 miles of beach, and there's no one there. It's just like
the water's clean.
Yeah.
There's no issues with it. There's no pollution. The beaches are beautiful. And it's a good environment to bring up. Bring up your kids and just share waves.
So what, you just naturally fell into surfing as a kid, being from here? Was it a natural progression, or?
I've got two brothers. I've got an older brother. He picked up some second-hand gear, as you do. This is going back some, but he kind of inherited gear, or he was given some gear from someone, and so he went surfing. I gave it a bash. I liked it too. I got a younger brother as well, Mo. He surfs too, and we've kind of been surfing for 30 plus years, and then we've got the wee Groms here now as well. That taking a little bit step back. When the surf's good, kind of they get ditched a little bit. I'm chasing the proper stuff, but like 9 times out of 10, it's good for us all. So, and with them surfing now as well, at days that I wouldn't go out, the surf's small, it's poor. I'll go out with them. And it gets me out a little bit more as well. So as you get older, you need the exercise.
Something to be said for surfing a sloppier, weaker wave that you might not get in.
Buy a groveler and join them.
Definitely,
and my surfing personally is probably taking a back seat. Performance wise, just purely down to chasing smaller waves or the stuff and spending my time. With me, you could be surfing, but showing these guys how.
But I mean, it sounds to me, having spoken to you a bit, that for you it's not about performance surfing, even though that I'm sure that's your ability. You just want to go out for the love of surfing. But have you competed? Has that been a journey for yourself?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I used to used to compete quite regularly on Scottish Junior Champ many a time, Scottish Senior Champ a few times, and missed out in the Open. I was runner up twice. So I've never had the full set, but I'm happy with where I'm at, and I'm just happy to just put a little bit of guidance on these guys.
Absolutely,
and help these guys.
Good experience to pass
and not
on.
just these guys, but all the grommets in Fraserburgh. There's a fantastic crew, in Fraserburgh that we've kind of tried to kind of push along. We've built up the club again, the Brock Surf Club, and just try and push again all the grommets forward. There's a good little scene in Fraserburgh just now. It's cool. It's the best there's probably ever been in the town. So, it's fantastic.
So you guys run the Brock Surf Club. And
there's a few of us, yeah.
Okay.
Myself, George Watt, and Jamie Bain. You know, we're part of the constitution of the surf club. You know, but there's others as well. There's volunteers that help run the Try Me Surf sessions, and when we run events and there's fundraising. You know, everyone plays a part. You know, there's a few focal points in there, but it's pretty loosely run club.
Okay.
But the kids are they're getting some benefits from it.
I always wonder if there's a surf club that isn't loosely run, because if anybody that's running something is a surfer and they're on the beach and there's surf, then clearly the priority is going to be surfing. So
yes, always.
I think the difficult thing about surf club, it's not like a running club, it's not like a swimming club where you can meet at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday sort of thing. It's like there's no waves. 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. Generally,
you're planning 5 days out.
And then you've got the winter time in Scotland here when there's no daylight. So the club would just stop. So it's really just it's running events. It's being a focal point for the kids to go to or ask questions. We've got the social media side as well through our Facebook and Instagram that if any parents have got questions, they can come to us. We'll answer them, give them guidance on kit, where to get kit, and just it's a focal point. But we do run clubs, run events. We do beach cleans. We do
nice,
and we've got a few little surprises. We've recently had a few little surprises. That we're treating some of the kids that are actually performing really well within Presbyterian.
Right. And what about Mum? What's your surfing?
I just follow them. No, I took up surfing in 2004 when I had a year out in Australia.
Oh, nice.
And met Russell. And funnily enough, we're from the same town.
Oh, you met in Australia and you're both from Fraser.
Well, we met the week. I always knew him through school but I had booked a year away to go travelling after uni, and I met him in one of the local nightclubs.
Did you know she booked you away?
No, he didn't.
Was that?
And I says, well, I'm going away for a year. So he booked a flight. Well, he was working in Nigeria at the time, month on, month off with the oil.
Yeah.
So he says, it's cool. I like Australia. I'll come and visit. And I thought, oh yeah, whatever. And no, he did. He's probably wishing he didn't chase me to Australia now. But
I was thinking 3 digs in Oz.
You thought he was a player, but he actually turned up.
3 digs in Oz and man, that'll do.
Yeah.
Did you guys know this? Did you know that's how they met?
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I bought a Minimal, was it? I think it was Ross Harris. One of your pals was over there. He took me to a surf shop, and I thought, I'm gonna learn to surf.
Yeah.
I'm kind of more of a cruisy little wave kind of surfer, but I enjoy just going. I enjoy going out with them, and to be honest, sometimes I'm videoing them because it's more of a hassle in the freezing cold. Try to get them ready. By the time I get them ready, they're all surfing. Then I get myself ready.
Yeah, okay.
The snow's on, or it's freezing cold. They're in freezing, what unchanged, and so I end up just picking my days when the sun's out and it's nice mellow waves.
Yeah. And what a nice thing to be able to do is go surfing as a complete family unit, like all of you. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe sounds amazing, in the middle of it, my hands are cold, my feet are cold. I mean, if one gets cold or if one's had enough, everyone has enough.
I guess so.
And it's like, who gets first in the shower?
How dare you? Get out.
It's like there's a line for a shower and everyone's cold in the garage. Or,
fair enough.
There's a hidden side. It might all be pretty pictures with
that's a fair
nice
point.
pictures and stuff, but it's full on. It's brutal. The winters here are brutal. But kit's came a long way.
It has.
Kits. Like when I started, kind of, you go back whenever 19 Oatcake, but you go back to the wetsuits then, and to what you're the wetsuits and stuff now. It's chalk and cheese.
Well, I think even the short time I've been surfing 10 years or so, I can't believe how much it's come on since I started.
Yeah.
Going back to the same brand I've always worked with, Seaskins, with the first wetsuit I ever bought. Like how much that's come on, and you think people are always trying to reinvent the wheel, but actually these things have advanced and advanced well for good reasons.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it's cold. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like surfing Scotland's, you know, it's cold, it's brutal, and if you don't have the right kit, it's
no, definitely
child abuse. But you know, if there's kit there that's available that, you know, you can. It can be snowing outside and you can surf for 4 hours. Yeah, you're actually warmer surfing than you are sitting on the beach, kind of videoing probably. You'd probably agree with the lane. But it is, and you know, the kit's made it, you know, like
makes it accessible, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the difference between getting in for half an hour or an hour.
Yeah, well, Callie's Alder 6 mil now.
Yeah.
That's right, just say it again,
Yeah, so Alder Calais sponsored by, so it was a 5 mil that she was given to start with.
Okay.
And obviously here in the January, February, March, it's just so unbearable cold.
Yeah, right.
So they ended up giving her a sample suit with a 6 mil, and she's been so cozy since.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you find
a transformation.
You're very good.
Yeah? Is it all right to paddle in still? Is it a bit more difficult?
It's easy to take off.
Yeah.
It's easy to take off. Yeah.
Do you find it restrictive? Is in just because it's thicker? Is it harder to paddle about? And
no, really.
No.
I think the materials and stuff they've gone pretty good. I mean,
the flex and stretch,
the flex is still there. I mean,
and I think that's the advancement. So being able to be thick, but still maintain that suppleness in a wetsuit.
See, I think that's changed even in the last sort of 4 or 5 years, because I remember getting a O'Neill Psycho Tech Freak or something like that. I ordered a 5 mil. They sent me a 6 mil.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't say anything, but thought, oh well, I'm going to be toasty warm. And I tried to paddle in it, and it's just so restrictive. Like even like moving your arms up, you just feel like I just can't move in it properly. And then people I've heard got 6 mils now. They're like, just feels normal.
Yeah, no, the technology is it's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's the best place it's ever been, like, since I've surfed, and it's a great place for you guys to be starting surfing. So it's only getting better, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
But at the same time, I'd rather wear a wetsuit than not wear a wetsuit and have 100 guys around me, because that's one thing.
Well, there's that,
lucky
isn't there?
you know, around here it's cold. It keeps people away. Keeps people away. You get more waves to yourself. We're all selfish, aren't we?
I was blown away by how clean the water was. Like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, I'm not that far from here. For like, if you look at how far a swell has travelled from, it's not much more distance. It's a few hours drive, but the difference, we're on the same coastline. I'm not used to being able to see my feet when I'm sat on my board under the water. That's how dirty. I'm not saying it doesn't make it polluted. It's just dirty. It's just murky water. And just to get into there, and I was like, oh my God, I could be in Cornwall surfing here.
Yeah, and that spot,
and then I duck dived. And I was like,
spot today as well was beautiful. It's
stunning, it's
gorgeous.
stunning. And nice to come up and get a surf like that unexpected.
Yeah.
You guys have got it. I don't say you've got it lucky, because you live here, you're from here. You've got what you've got, and we're all dealt the hand we're dealt with.
I do feel like the water is getting hotter, because I had my hood down yesterday.
Right.
You did take your hood down yesterday, didn't you? Yeah.
I was pretty hot.
You were warm, but it's probably because you were frothing so much and non-stop. Because you do like to froth.
I was trying to get you to tell that story about the following your dad out, but I think he's going to have to tell it. The one where he was telling us earlier, and you were going out.
I think we were talking about, you ever been scared out surfing? And I think you got. So we paddled out. Yeah, okay. Took ice, like, just he says because it's a wee secret spot.
Oh, you don't have to name the spot.
Yeah, we're not going to name them spots.
Everyone knows Aberdeen Main Beach.
But we were out at a bit of a secret spot, and maybe kind of pushing him out of his limits a little bit, and we were paddling out, and you took one on the head, didn't you? It would have been, I don't know.
So thick.
Yeah, it was thick. It was really hollow. It was heavy waves.
Yeah.
And maybe you shouldn't have been out, but he got rattled and he got pinned to the bottom. I think it's the first time you've been pinned, and he got a bit of a shake up. Kind of looked up to me, a bit scared. Did you say you wanted to paddle, lad? I think you did. But I said, you haven't even had a wave yet. You need to get a wave. You can't paddle in without getting a wave. I didn't push you. But you
didn't help him in.
But I didn't help you. What did we do?
Paddled out.
Yeah.
And then my dad pushed one at the bottom.
You pushed into a bomb, yeah.
And then.
Bad dad or good dad?
Good.
Bad at the time, but when you caught the wave, presumably that changed.
And how long were you stoking on that wave for?
8 seconds.
Yeah. good. That was a good one. It was
8 seconds.
Yeah, we ended up having a really good session after that, didn't we? You got your little fear to start, a little scare. I was with you.
That was on Christmas Eve, was it?
And then we.
I think it was Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you got a good session. So
but
you've sometimes got to have come through. But no, if you ever want to go in, go in.
Yeah.
But that's important, though. They're good reminders that the C's in charge. We're not in charge. We're just there to play, and we have to pay sometimes to play the game, don't we? But I wouldn't have gone, so I don't know why I'm trying to give you advice. You should be telling me.
You have no choice. Russell just pushed them.
You sometimes forget how young they are. Like, well, I do. Like sometimes I'm just kind of like, just go it. Like, and it's
yeah.
And then you kind of like at night we will. What he calls video criticism, video analysis, but he calls it criticism, and, and maybe you should have been in that one or whatever. But yeah, it's all.
The thing is,
learning,
like when you've got as much experience as you have, you know yourself whether it's the fear of someone being like, that's freaked me out, or it's the fear of like, yeah, actually we should go in now.
Yeah.
You know that level, don't you? And I mean, everyone's got to experience that hold down at some point. And
yeah, for sure. And I think where I'm always at, like, I mean, if they ever do, I mean, they've both taken, in the times they've taken some wipeouts or whatever. But I'm always the first face to see. I'm not, I'm always within, 10, 15 foot or whatever.
Yeah,
and you come up and there's that reassurance that you're there and okay. They've been rattled, but they're good, and they're still young. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
but they're not pushing that.
Is that your worst experience so far in the surf? Or have you had a worse one?
No, that one.
What about you, Callie? Have you had
my leash got stuck in a rock in Lanza, and I couldn't get up. Like, it was dragging my down, and like a massive set came. So my dad and this local came, like, helped me get out.
Okay.
Like,
were you under for quite a bit?
Yeah.
that was quite a scary one.
Yeah,
that was quite a
scary
one. She'd got her leash snagged on the reef, and the kind of the current was going the other way, so you kind of.
I've heard of that happening, but I've never actually spoke to somebody it's happened to.
Yeah, and I had it myself at G-Land, and your leash is, stretching, and you can't physically. You need to just break the leash or pull the leash off.
Which is easier said than done.
Yeah,
sometimes I struggle to get it off on the beach. Never mind, we're panicking as to what's going on.
There's a panic going on if it's big and you're getting washed through. No, it can be quite. You got real scared that time, didn't you? But again, Dad was within 10 foot of you when that happened, and we dealt with it, and you went in after it. And
were you pretty calm while it was happening?
No,
no, I'd have been the same. As we established with Pete, so if even when he wipes out, not even on a hold down, when he wipes out, he doesn't fight to get to the top. He just accepts that that's it, and he thinks it's over.
Just give up.
Because it's easier.
Just give up, and you come back up. That's the thing. Struggling, and you just let go, and you float back up. Normally, that is. I wouldn't take my advice on that.
I was proud of her. You went back out the next morning, the same spot. Just so that the fear was gone.
Yeah.
I think that's always important, just to get them back out. And even as a swimming teacher, teaching kids, I think that if they do get a scare, it's always important not to leave the ocean or the pool with a scare. You've got to always go back and have a nice experience leaving.
Yeah. So for all the hundreds of surfs that you have, or thousands of surfs, or whatever you do, you've had one or two scares. So. Yeah, Dad gets scared as well.
Mum's always scared.
We're not in charge, are we?
You can go in. It's not like. It's cool.
I wonder what what was your best experience in the surf?
Maybe at the wave expert bottles.
Oh yeah?
I got rattled.
Well, that was your best experience, getting rattled.
Or maybe when I came first in under 12s.
Oh, that must have been a good feeling.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
I was so good that day as well.
Where was that at? Was that Peas?
Bro.
That was at Brock. Well, that's an amazing accomplishment.
Mhm.
What was your best surf moment or?
Like winning under 16s.
Nice.
And I was like 11-year-old.
That's nuts. That's pretty nuts. And were the people you were competing against a lot bigger than you?
Yeah.
As well, more powerful. That's pretty impressive.
That's very
impressive. When I was on
impressive.
the podium, they were all taller than me. When I was on first.
That's epic. That's epic.
But they're all lovely girls. You're all a good girl crew in Scotland.
Yeah,
It's
totally. Yeah.
It's
Sort
really
of
good
leads
to
us
see.
on. What's it like being parents of two absolute rippers, and what are the plus sides and what are the struggles that come with that?
So I'll go back to that. It's cool.
Stressful
it's
at times.
Cool, it's cool. I mean, as a surfer, I mean, the dream for me just to surf for my kids. It's sick. It's cool. My kind of dream would be to kind of go and just get like a surf holiday and like, I don't know, into
Bali
with your family and
Yeah.
just share with your kids.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I'd be left behind.
No, I can
videoing.
But no, and they're at that level now where I can just let's guys let's look at the forecast and let's go surfing and throw them in the van. And it's fantastic.
But it's been
the
stressful.
downsides are the cold, you know, like
I'm getting sprayed for you.
It's been stressful getting to that level of them all surfing though, because when there was we and it was, I remember we didn't have the right gear for. Was it Callie? She was the first one.
And then you gave me crap gear.
Suit. It was a hood that you put on, and then was it 4 mil? And we didn't know about all the gear and when we pushed her in one wave, she was only 3 years old and it was freezing cold, and she just came out screaming and crying. And that was it. No more surfing.
And you're going back in and you're going to enjoy it.
And then Russell was like, oh, I just thought we would just all surf, and I was like, she's 3. Give it time. And then we went to Barbados in a family little holiday, and it was no wetsuit. It was pushing them in, dodging turtles, and but maybe we've got to stoke back, and it was good. And then now we've got the right gear, the hooded wetsuits, the boots,
but
the 8 mil gloves.
Boards are a problem as well. Like you know, kids trying to get a kid that can surf but can't paddle. They don't have the strength, so they can't catch waves. So you get them. So you put them in a foamy. You get them in a foamy, but they're surfing. Your surfing's more advanced than a foamy. So you got to try and balance that volume with the paddling.
That's a good shout.
The turning and I've had. I mean, the kids have been on boards. I mean, it's been expensive. You're buying a board and you get up a size. It's so they can catch waves, but then they can't turn it. So you're downsizing the volume.
And that's
going
when
down.
Ben Skinner came. It was just a brilliant thing meeting him, because we sent him videos. And because Elila's like the kind of same age as Callie, he kind of hid the volume, and so she was managing to paddle on her own, and it was brilliant. The boards that he's made for them has really helped, I reckon.
That's amazing. And do you guys
knows
notice
exactly where the volume's got to be? She really struggled to paddle when she was younger.
Right.
And maybe still sometimes does. And he's just hidden the right volume at the right spot.
Yeah, right.
It's if you're not catching waves, you're not enjoying the surf.
And do you guys notice a difference with the boards? With the Skinner boards? Big difference? Yeah.
I might have to get a Ben Skinner board.
Anything's going to help you after today.
After that awful board
you
you
just
gave
go
me.
Get a foamy.
I'll be happy.
Back to basics,
I'll be happy
mate.
on the phone.
Back to basics.
After that board you lent me today, it was awful.
You should have said, I've got loads of foamies in the garage.
That's the second person that said it to me. So like, what is there help for like young kids when they're going to do competitions and stuff like that?
No, not at the minute, and I think that it's something that well, in terms financially, no, not at the moment, not within Scotland. I mean, I think that you could go and apply for grants and things, but it's quite hard to come by, and there's nothing through the kind of channels, I guess the formal channels and surfing. I think it's definitely something that there could definitely be more of. I think that probably at the moment I'm looking in Scotland, and I've kind of been around the scene for 30 odd years, and I'm looking just now at the kids that not my kids but kids in general in Scotland and Fraserburgh, and I think that it's probably the best junior kind of kids that there's ever been. I mean, the we're on par with every other nation in Britain at the moment. At that age, I think. I think they should get behind it, and if there was funding, fantastic. But everywhere, everywhere struggles for funding. I think
definitely. I think
get the right funding at the right age. That is, they can go places.
But it's the difference between being able to progress that bit better, being able to, buy the right equipment if you need to buy it, or go to the right locations if that's where you need to surf, especially at a competition level. I know you're saying, competition just for them, that's what they want to do, and you obviously support that, but that stuff's expensive. And I guess they're at the age you're constantly growing. Like I know when my kids got in wetsuits 3-4 weeks later, they were too big for them. And I was like, oh my God.
It's one thing about the junior series, I must admit, meeting everybody from like our Thurso or Stambar, and we're all being like, right, well, when there's a comp here, you come and crash with us, and we can, and that saves a lot of money, just the accommodation alone. Because you're like speaking about 400 quid for a competition just for accommodation. So it's really, I love the fact that Scotland, we're all so welcoming and can say, well, if you're up in Thurso, Marcel and that especially, they're like, just crash at us, and it saves a lot of money.
Definitely.
When you're travelling and competing and training.
It must be nice to hear the same problems and issues that other families are having as well. They realise it's not just
easy.
you.
For sure.
Because it's like, do we go holidays or do we take them to the junior series?
Okay. And what would you rather do, holiday or junior series?
Holiday.
Oh, right back at you, Mum.
A good holiday, like Barbados.
But you surf there, so you're naming surfing destinations though.
Yeah, the holiday's not surfing though.
So all right, somewhere warm to surf.
If it was like a nationals.
They've never surfed without wetsuit.
Oh, okay.
Well, once in Barbados,
it
when
brings
there was
its own
like
problems surfing on board.
When there was only, you was like 4. Well, that was, but it was cold, so you didn't last long.
I surfed pants before.
Pants.
When I was little.
Yeah, you screamed to get in, and then you
screamed to get out.
Yeah, you screamed to get in, and I was like, "We don't have a wetsuit ready for you." He was only 2, and Dad says, "Well, we'll just throw him in, and he'll soon come out."
And do you know? Talk to us about the junior series. I wanted to ask you about it because that's actually, for me, again, outside looking in, I think that's a fantastic thing
really
for
good.
Kids to get involved with.
The junior series has been brilliant for Scottish surfing, and I think. When does that? I went back. Is this the 3rd year it's been run?
This is
I think this will be the 3rd year. So 2 years back.
I think it was post-lockdown. It was the first one. I think.
Yeah,
is that right?
It was, and really, that's kind of.
So this is year 3.
It's been fantastic. It's been so basically what the SSF Junior Series was. It's a 5-stop shop of junior surfing events, under 12s through to under 18s, boys, girls, and. Yeah, it's an opportunity for the kids to meet up with the other kids within
and
Scotland.
The parents
and parents. There's quite a good social side of it as well. The kids all meet up, they all hang out, surf skate, and then we run off the events. And there's it's a points basis where you do well in the event, you get points. It's a league, so the series is you've got event winners, you've got event kind of places.
Yeah, okay.
But you've got an overall kind of the series. You get points for 3 of your best series events. So it's like a mini tour. It's like a mini kind of tour within Scotland with the grommets, which has been. So we've run that. Again, this will be the 3rd year, but that was kind of, I think it was George Watt. Part of obviously the Brock Surf Club as well. He kind of set that kind of series up, and it's been fantastic. And I mean, we've got probably 40, 50 kids within Scotland under 12, 14-year-old that work priority boards.
Yeah. Right.
And surfing events, which, they might not want to go into the whole competitive side of things, but if they do, they're already prepped in priority boards, and that kind of level is we're kind of moving forward with, Scottish surfing's moving forward with it.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. But all of that's pushing everyone up, isn't it? It's pushing competitions, pushing all the level for everybody across the board up, and I think that's great to see a junior series, which is. Obviously, it's a competition format, so you guys probably get super competitive. But the point in it isn't that it's not that competitive. It's a kind of non-pressurized environment.
I just hope it stays that way because they're just young as well, and it's great. For me, it's good to meet loads of other Scottish kids. Yeah. With interest, especially Callie. There's not a lot of girls. There's like Karen, Lola, a couple of other girls, but there's not a lot in Fraserburgh. So it's good for them to travel and meet all the other girls from Thurso, and then all of a sudden they're coming down in a train maybe and meeting halfway and doing surf trips. It's good.
My dream would be like, I mean, I'm not stressed about the whole competition side with the kids, and I'm not anti-comp. I love comps because the kids love to enter comps. I'll never kind of
but he's there going
discourage them from competing. They want to do them, so I'll fully support them on that. But I mean, my dream would be, the kids getting a little bit older, 16, 17 or what, and they agree to go on little surf trips on their own. And going to Europe or whatever. As a girls, like Carly, go and hang out with girls from our own age and going. To say that they're not doing a wee boat trip in Indo or something with Kai and his mates that he's met from other places, and that's kind of where I'm at. I just kind of like get your little groups and meet some kids.
I love the idea that I love the idea that
tag on and be a video or something. I don't know.
I love the idea that you're so casual about the comments, but I can totally imagine you being competitive dad on the sidelines. Like, that's my kids.
When they're in, I guess. Yeah, when they're in. I mean, you always see them happy. They'll get disappointed if they lose, and it's all part of the comp.
He always says, "No, we're not competitive," and then he's there at the beach. Why has she done this, and why has he done? But he just wants them to have the best.
No, definitely.
It's not about winning. It's like, surfing's it's so much more than a heat.
It's not about winning. It's about coming first.
Yeah, and I think as well.
As a family, it's cool. Surfing.
I think as well, if you're relaxed with them, they're relaxed as well. It's.
So like when we spoke to like Ben Skinner and Logan as well, they were saying about the problems that come with the costs of competing to like prize money, and I presume there's not like prize money put up for grabs for like groms. So is that something that comes into it as well with like, is the cost of competing similar to the adults? Because obviously you still got to fly to these places that you got to do and stuff like that. Is that something that
I mean it's expensive. Like, I mean, if we look at, you go and you break down what you would do for
the 5 junior series,
the 5 series events. Maybe she goes to the British. Maybe she go, we go to the Grom Search or whatever. It does. It adds up. I don't think you can ever have. You wouldn't want to introduce cash prizes for kids.
That's what I mean.
It becomes a bit much. So it's like. And then there's the pressure on that comes with cash prizes. So you wouldn't want that pressure on the kids, I don't think. It's fun, It's like, it's supposed to be fun, and
I think that's what I mean. Like with because there's nothing in there for support for parents to take kids to there. But there's like, if you're competing as an adult, you've got a chance of sort of.
I guess that's the same in any sport, isn't it? You've got to pay the piper to get to that. Like, you can't, if you don't go to these events and travel, then you can never progress like that.
But I'm also one for like sport shouldn't it shouldn't be an elite sport where if you've got if you've got funding, if you've got money, then you get results, and because you're traveling, and you get this kind of separation where you could have the. Some kid that's it's unfortunate that doesn't have, his parents don't have the money behind it. They can travel, don't get the opportunity to compete, but you might be the best surfer in the country.
No, absolutely.
And there's there's a fine.
No, definitely, because that's a bit like Formula One. You're almost buying your way into a seat, isn't it? Like, you've got the funding to back you, so therefore I can give you more, but actually not as much based on talent. So I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
but we're fortunate enough that we can go and we can travel and we can take the kids to to some surf comps. It's great, but it's expensive.
And do you do anything? I can't speak. Do you do any funky stuff to try and raise funds for these events?
So not
for the club things.
Not personally. If I'm taking the kids to my own kids, there's no kind of fundraising and stuff. But the club, we do fundraise as a club.
Okay.
The Brock Surf Club.
Yeah.
The kids are part of that, and just this week, it's quite funny you asked that, but this week we've put through golden Willy Wonka type tickets.
Right.
I'm going to grab one of the tickets through, and we've put those through the doors of 12 of the kind of most rewarding kids that they've kind of charged all winter. They've battled through the elements all winter. and they've done well and throughout the kind of the year in competition. So we've put a letter in there from the Brock Surf Club, and it's pretty epic. I played Willy Wonka, as I say, for last Saturday. Popped 12 of them through some Grom's doors, and it's a trip to the Wave, Bristol.
Oh, amazing! Nice.
Courtesy of the Brock Surf Club. So we fundraised in the background.
Okay.
Yesterday we auctioned off a signed Kelly Slater cap.
Which you don't seem gutted about at all.
Like gutted, it's gone. Like, it looks really nice. And my bar, like Katie Watson, she was out there in the Margaret River WSL comp last year, and Slater signed that. So that's funded a minibus down to
right, yeah.
So that's just one part of it, and there'll be a few grant things. We'll do maybe some car washes, some beach cleans, and we'll kind of recoup some cash, and we'll. But yeah, the kids they try hard. It's cold. It's grim up here, with the weather, and and we're just trying to reward them, keep them interested, and we'll give them a trip to the Wave, and be a performance development. We'll give them some video analysis, and we'll have a bit of team building. Yeah, there's a few different ages throughout the kind of the group that are there. Team build, have a bit of fun. And some of the kids haven't been there before, so they're frothing.
Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be epic.
I was Willy Wonka last weekend. So we're doing stuff in the background. It's just part of being a club. It's not like, as I say, every Wednesday we go out surfing. It's just these background things.
Like, I can feel your stoke for it being about the Groms, being about the kids just having the best experience with their mates and meeting new people through surfing, because that should be what surfing's about.
Yeah, absolutely. And the whole competition side of it as well. I mean, George Watt was really good. George did a lot of it was a lot of rippers that he ran in the town, and it was an after school class. It was surf skate. It was surf skate. It was performance surfing, video analysis. And he's a good coach. It just tells from all the results through the Brock Surf Club kids. You've got juniors and junior champions throughout Scotland and pretty much most divisions. So he's a fantastic coach, and he did great with the Grommets. And he's part of the club as well. He'll be down at that Wave performance development that we've got. He'll be the performance coach. So we work away. The kids are in. They're in pretty good hands. That we didn't have this when we grew up.
Yeah, fair.
Like adults that are kind of like they know the scoop, and they're just kind of looking out for them. And we know the kind of forecasts. We know where the waves are going to be good. So
and there was no Groms before them. Funny, before lockdown.
Oh, really? Right. Okay.
So pre-Brock Surf Club. So Brock Surf Club in general, like going back, a few decades, we've kind of had. If you go through kind of the records or whatever, we've had like most kind of Scottish champions from the town.
Right.
Year on year, it was they were always Brock Surf Club. But then for about 10-15 years there was no Grommets in town. There was nothing.
Oh, right, okay.
It's a massive gap.
There was myself, and then that kind of era kind of dropped out, and then I think Jamie Bain, he's probably now 30-year-old. He was like our youngest Grommet, and then there was and he was like 30-year-old. There was nothing.
Yeah, okay.
So it was like, and it wasn't until some of us, like myself, like Sir George Noble, who's got his kids, who Gabe was here earlier.
Yeah.
We'll start having kids and being Brock surfers, adult surfers. But it wasn't until we had our own kids that we thought we need to do something about this. There's a lot of kids coming up through here.
I guess being around it is such an easier pathway into it. Like, when I grew up, in Ayrshire, there was no surfing. Wasn't around it, was nowhere near it, wasn't even aware of it really, other than I've seen it on TV. And I would love to have had what you guys have got, and people, I don't want to say pushing you into it, but you've got the ability to, if you want to, you can, and you guys obviously want to, you clearly want to, you love it.
Yeah, they're lucky kids. So and even they can bike down and check the beach, because it's literally 2-minute bike ride from. They're very lucky. When we went to Cornwall and that, we could see you have to park everywhere. You have to pay for parking to get to the beach. You've got to drive through. They were just literally, they can bike with their surfboards on their racks.
And that's a beautiful thing itself. Like you say, having empty beaches.
We're very lucky here.
And amazing waves.
It's lucky you're not saying it like publicly anywhere, isn't it? Really, it's lucky you're not saying it publicly.
No,
like
you
know,
but it's freezing, and there's drama and tears.
There's a lot of knife crime.
you say that.
There's drama and tears before, pre, and post surfing.
Mitch was saying to me about how cold it is to surf up here. I thought it's lovely and warm today.
No.
I could have gone in a 3 mil wetsuit. I'd have been fine.
I took Callie and picked them up today, and Gabe couldn't speak. His whole face had froze, and he's like, "Have you ever had this, Elaine?" I was like, "Yeah," and his whole face froze. He couldn't speak.
From
or
having
smile.
spent some time with Gabe, I imagine he still managed to speak.
He was.
I imagine he found something funny to say still.
Yeah. No, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah, no, it is lovely. You do feel it. I think my feet may still be a bit numb from today, but
it's fine.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, so I guess if people hear this and they're fairly local to the area, but they want to come and either get their kids involved with the club or they want to come at the surf school, where would they find you and how would they find you?
Probably the best way to do it is just through the social media pages.
Okay.
We've got, we're set up on Instagram, we're set up on Facebook, just Brock Surf
Okay.
Club. It's fantastic beach, safe.
It's gorgeous. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just in standby.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And we didn't ask. So you've obviously surfed quite a bit yourself. You must have had a horrendous. What would be your worst experience surfing for you?
I broke my leg. Yeah, with the worst one. Snapped my shin. That's pretty bad. I'm trying to encourage people to surf, but surfing's great.
As you like to say now, Gabe. So tell us more about that in detail.
Yeah. We were out with Ben Skinner on, and Ben was talking about he doesn't like to think on the negative stuff, the bad things that happen. And Pete was like, right, so tell me more. And he was sort of like, well, I don't really want to talk about it. And Pete was like, right, so but. Just kept pushing the buttons on it.
No, it's fine. I think we're removing that question slowly because more and more people do not like to talk about it, do they?
Yeah, and I guess that's a good way to look at it. But the negatives make the positives. I think.
They're
so important.
I just did I did a talk on kind of over-rotated on, and it was like, I don't know, typical. It was like waist high Aberdeen or something, and then it was just like the backwash. It was like as I kind of rotated on a turn, and as I came down, the backwash hit as I was coming down, and my shin just snapped.
Clean break.
He was waving to me while I was
with his leg.
Well, I was in surfing with him at the time. This was before the kids. And I'm waving back, thinking, yeah. And he's like, no.
I saw it.
I ended up having to get him out the beach, and his leg was just.
Bit of metal work, and we're all right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a brand new wetsuit, so the ambulance came, and they was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to cut your wetsuit." It's like, no,
was a brand
don't.
new wetsuit.
It was.
Don't cut my wetsuit. So the guy was like, "Well, we'll try and pull it off," and he's like, no, cut my wetsuit, just got it. And we was
4 days before an Indo trip.
Yeah, it was a way to say our cases was packed to go Indo.
What about your best experience?
I'd be a few of those. But probably just the best stuff is like boat trips Indo with the mates.
Oh, cool.
When you're younger.
Not with the kids.
We will get there as well. No, like surfing times, just the best times is
Defo.
Friends, boat trips, Indo. Yeah, definitely. But surfing with the kids is awesome. It's fantastic. And it's getting better all the time.
Eleni, what was that? You must have had a really good. What was your best surf experience?
Actually, we went on a honeymoon to Nihiwatu.
Okay.
It's an island off of Indonesia called Sumba. It's an amazing, beautiful resort, and you can only surf there if you're like part of the hotel. So Russell, I wasn't put down because you have to put down if you have to pay extra, which is a bit whatever, So it was just him. It was a surfer, but we got friendly with the guys, and they was like, "Oh yeah, take her out." And it was a really big wave, but he pushed me on it, and before I got absolutely slammed, I got a perfect photo.
Oh, that's all that matters.
And I can remember I was in a big
big
foamy But yeah, it was amazing.
It sounds
great.
familiar. You're pushing people onto big waves that you don't want to be on.
No, it was a pretty epic trip actually. That was cool. The honeymoon, surf trip.
Yeah,
amazing. That's cool. That's not many people get to do that, would they?
No.
Honeymoon surf trip.
Yeah, that was an amazing resort.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, was that did you suggest that, or was that just a natural that was going to happen?
Don't even know. Was it you that had
read
about it?
Yeah, it was one.
Picture. I wonder how this will go down.
No, it's good times.
Oh, amazing.
We would never get back there now with this too.
No.
Well,
yeah. Well,
thank you very
thanks
much
for having us, guys. Thanks for giving us pizza as well.
Yeah, it was a good pizza.
Yeah. It took about an hour and a half to come.
Yeah, should we name and shame the place?
No,
where was
it's
it?
not.
No, okay, I would have.
Yeah, I know you would have.
Let's call them out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Thank you.
You don't have to thank. We should thank you guys.
Yeah.
The Surfer News are putting on for us.
Well, just once again, where is it people can find you online and on the socials?
We're on Brock Surf Club, so we're on Instagram Brock Surf Club, and we're on Facebook Brock Surf Club.
Yeah.
There you go.
For
You
the
could get
English people out there that can't understand it.
Yeah, you could get one of these.
It's like earlier you said something. I don't know what you said to me earlier. I still don't know what you said. Mitch
I'm
knew
really
what you
broad.
said. You went, all I had
What's
was,
even better?
like, I was like,
all
what?
I've had since Pete's been up here since yesterday was I don't understand anything anyone said. And we went into Morrison's and other supermarkets are available, like Asda, for example.
I haven't seen an Asda up here. I don't think they got them.
Oh, they do.
No.
Anyway, we went to the counter and Pete asked the girl for whatever, and she went, "Sorry," and I could see it on his face. He was like, "How dare you not be able to understand me? I'm English," and that's literally how it went. And he was so mortified, and I was like, sorry, it's his accent."
What about when the English shops don't accept Scottish notes?
I mean, this is taking a turn, so...
Wow. This is... I'm going to have to say what I said to the lady behind the counter, which he started saying, well, it's because of the English accent. And I said, well, that's just racist, isn't it? She laughed even harder at that. She understood me then, didn't she?
She laughed pretty hard at that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But no. Well, thanks.
Thanks very much.
Having us. Thanks for coming on.
Hey.
Crazy jealous of your hair as well. It's like proper surfer hair. Look at that.
He got that when we went down to Newquay actually, and he's seen all the kids and they're all mullets. He says, "Mum, I'm wanting a mullet."
It's very
Australian.
It's very Ben Gravy hair, isn't it? Sort of looking.
True, yeah. Should get Ben Gravy to sponsor you. Should we call him out? Ben Gravy, sponsor the Crookshanks. And we'll send them that straight to him. Why should Ben Gravy sponsor you?
I'm good.
What else do you need to know? Right, guys, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Pete, I mean, them guys.
Yes.
I mean, what a family of surfers. I think for me, I always I guess it's easy just to think the only Scottish surf family. Like, and I talk about a Scottish surf family, I mean, the full family, like every single one is Chargers. And I always just think of the Largs.
Yeah.
Man, these guys are something else, aren't they? Like, they all rip. All of them.
I thought you were going to say, when I think about Scottish surfers, I only think of myself as the only Scottish surfer.
Oh, here we go. No, I am the only I'm the only Scottish surfer.
Yeah, all right. But unfortunately, as we said before, Pease Bay, that you always tell me, which is absolutely amazing, and you love surfing there, they actually call the Old Kent Road because it's a pile of dog shit.
For legal reasons, they don't think that.
yeah, legal reasons, they do. They clearly do.
I love it. I love the fact that this is a family that, just playing Monopoly is not good enough. They're so surf based. It has to be Surf Monopoly, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's good. And they bought us pizza as well,
and it definitely turned up in time. Kudos to that delivery company. I think a 2-hour wait's pretty solid.
And that means we left there at like 10:30, 11 at night, wasn't it, or something like that, where we planned to go and interview someone else. But
you got your geography wrong, so we couldn't.
Well, I don't actually live where you live, so you got your geography wrong, you got the timings wrong, you got everything wrong, and you're wrong always.
I've learned to accept that's the case when it comes to Pete.
Well, yeah, it should be.
But man, they've got so much going on, and it's just worth. I've said this a lot of times before. It's so important, and I think it's a huge part of the sort of progressional pathway is for people to see other people, especially if it's Groms, because it's so much more infectious, on your local surf spots, just doing crazy airs, massive cutbacks, just throwing buckets, which is a combination of chunks and buckets, chuckets. I just made that up. Chuckets of spray.
Yeah.
And that's what these kids are doing. Callie, she just won the under 14 Scottish Nationals. Kai won the under 12s and the under 14s. The British Cup at the end of October. Callie's competing, and Callie is also so basically the home nations are going to the ISA World Junior Champs in November, right? And there's 4 spots, and I think this is no, it's not. Sorry, there's 4 spots for each of the home nations. That includes the Channel Islands that are going. And Callie's been selected to go as the under 16s, but also to represent under 18s. That's what level she's surfing at.
Yeah.
And I just think to see this stuff on our beaches, it's not just. I'm not just talking about for Scotland, for UK surfing, for everybody. I think it's just absolutely sensational, and I cannot wait to see and support this pathway of these surfers, because they've really got it. It's just such an exciting time, I think, to be any surfer, but especially a Grom in the UK at the minute. So yeah, let's see where it goes.
Yeah, and I think it's that thing. We always take the piss out of each other, like longboarding, shortboarding, and stuff like that. But I think everyone that longboards as well can appreciate that thing of when you see someone on a shortboard absolutely tearing the wave apart, that you're like, that's incredible. And to see it from a kid as well, that's better than probably 90% of the adults out there, is like absolutely incredible to see and like inspirational. So yeah. Plus they gave us hats. Hats, pizza, sticker bombed on the van,
No one knows how to start this car. No one sticker bombs my van. It's just not a thing, right? And when we left at stupid o'clock at night, like, what time was it? Like 11 maybe?
Half 10, 11, something like
11, because of Pete's geography. We had to stop at the like a local services just to get some tablet to keep us awake for driving back. And
so I was so
tired. I didn't even notice it. And I looked
that was the night, I think we've talked about before, that was the night we walked in and just literally just both went, and went into like our own bedrooms, and that was it.
I looked at the mirror and there was like a Brock Surf Club sticker on there, and I was like, what the fuck? And then, but you know what? I actually left it on there for months, because to be fair, it's a really cool sticker. I'm going to show it here. That's not the sticker, but that's on the cap. It looks really smart. So I left it on for ages, but then I knew it was coming off, but I didn't want to just bin it. So I had to find a purpose. I repurposed it. It now lives on the brush that lives in my van. So it's ingrained. It's part of my life now.
Well, I mean, I got box of stickers behind me there somewhere, but I think there's some of them in there as well. Might take some of them stickers to Wales to give away, because when we go to Wales, we've got a lot of stuff to get through and go and give away. And that'll be our next episode as well, which will be talking all about Wales and the Welsh trip, because I think that will come out on the day we arrive in Wales.
Yeah, the day we're travelling. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we'll try and get that one out in the morning so people can hear what's going on. And we're going to do a little meet up on the Sunday night when we get there. Place yet to be confirmed, but we'll be doing that. And we've got some stuff to give away. We've got people to speak to. We've got Welsh to learn. Now the speed limit across the whole of Wales is 20 miles an hour everywhere, I think, or something like that.
That's the same up here, though. That's the same up here.
No, literally, they've literally changed the law in the last couple of days or something, or recently, and the speed limit's like 20 for Wales.
That's
going
to add
some time. It's a long time to get places, but
that's fine. Most people are coming to us, so it's going to be amazing, and I hope we get some surf. I'm super psyched to surf with a guest, because that's what it's all about. And
that'd be nice. Yeah. Speaking of which, also I've got a new bloody Srface wetsuit to try out, and I haven't had a chance to try it yet, because I give up. I just don't surf anymore, do I? That's it.
You don't. No, well, this is the time, so this is going to be the week. And speaking of that, I had an epic perfect surf last Sunday at what we're now calling it, the Redemption spot.
Is that the one you had with the most Scottish person that I've ever seen in my entire existence?
I mean, I can't lie. Ethan does look pretty Scottish.
Yeah, literally. The only thing missing was a tartan wetsuit. He looked like a character out of like Braveheart or something like that, with the big ginger hair and like there's nothing that's un-Scottish about him.
No, well, me and Roger, friend of the show, Roger, and super fan of Ben Gravy, we met him last time we went to this spot, and this guy's like he's doing like a filmmaking course. I don't know, uni, whatever you call it, but it's sort of high end stuff. But actually, I think he got top marks, which is an unheard of thing on his first set of submissions, which is pretty cool. So we just got chatting, and so we went surfing again this weekend, or last weekend, sorry. And it was perfect. And also, he's now taken up, or he's kind of driving forward, Stirling University Surf Club.
Is that now we're officially approving and sponsoring and whatever?
Yeah, we're now the officiator for any university surf club. So actually, if we haven't give you the certification, you need to cease and desist surfing until you speak to one of us. And it also has to be witnessed by Massey Ferguson.
Oh, imagine if there was stuff like that. It's just, oh my God.
But no, that was really cool. And we had honestly, it was absolute glass. It was head high plus. In fact, there's a really cool video of, I put the GoPro back in the board because I haven't done it for such a long time. And the first session was just amazing. Apart from the fucking hell, they chat my rocket wide once again. I never ride it anymore. Couple of waves in, fucker dropped in on me, smashed the nose pretty much clean off. And I was fucking stewing, man. That board is like a magnet. Like, what is wrong with people? Anyway, I keep plumber's tape in the van. Plumber's tape is a surfer's life hack. Like, that stuff does not let water in. So I got straight out, put some plumber's tape on it. Anyway, we surfed another spot later on, and man, head high plus, right? But like serious glass. There was a few closeouts and some odd, like massive rogue sets inside of all of that. And there was one, it's on the GoPro actually. You can hear me go, oh fuck. It's this wave's coming at me. And I think even on the GoPro, the duck dive looked violent, although it wasn't long underneath. But like it hit me with such a weight of water. You can hear me go, holy fuck, that was a hella duck dive. It was brutal. And there was another one actually as well on the first session where, you know, when I don't know if it's the same on a longboard because you probably turtle roll more, but on a shortboard, on the occasion that you get a duck dive perfect, the way the water's oscillating is it breaks kind of, I guess, behind you. It actually catapults you out the other side. So you know when you've got it right, you're like perfect depth, angle, everything. When you get catapulted out, this thing was so heavy and fast. It genuinely, it shot me straight out the water, but I ended up going kind of vertical, straight up. But then I fell backwards because I was like, oh, fuck. I fell backwards straight onto it, and then it just pulled me back under. But I reckon if I'd been able to just spin the board, I probably could have caught the wave.
I remember once I caught a fish this big,
But it was like such a good day, long ass day, and it was good.
Is that your podium shit place as well?
That's the podium blood place.
Yeah,
and Ethan was an absolute gent.
I don't know if we spoke about that on the show or on the Buy Me Coffee, or we did it on both in the end.
I can't even remember, but Ethan was absolutely sound because we left at like 4 a.m. to get there. Got there for 8, surfed all day. Left at like, I don't know, 7 at night, and he done that good guy thing and went straight to sleep. Cheers, Ethan.
Amazing. So well, as we say, there's thanks to the Crookshanks, we've got Wales coming up. We'll try and get that one out early next Sunday morning so you can hear and get details. We'll have confirmed everything by then, hopefully, or we'll just be hanging around in Wales for a week with no one to talk to.
Yeah, we talk to each other.
But yeah, that's it. So see you next time. Anything else?
Discount codes?
Oh yeah, I was going to say that when I was saying about my new Srface wetsuit that I got to try out. If you want 10% off from Srface, use the discount code UK Surf Show 23, and that will get you 10% off anything you order from Srface Wetsuits.
10%, and thankfully no sound effects this time.
Oh wow! What can you do? You know, you've always got a bit of I've really got to program it. I just literally set it up the other week when we recorded, and I haven't done anything with it since. So I've really got to work them out and set some new things up. But until next time, take care of yourself and each other. And Mitch is pretending he's frozen on the screen, so I'll just sign off. And yeah. Oh no! Do you know what else I didn't talk about? Sport, wasn't it? You like sport?
No.
There was a football match, wasn't there, or something happened? Was there a football match?
Oh, the under 15s. I saw it at the park. I was out.
Oh right, yeah.
Cracking game.
Yeah.
Cracking game.
Yeah. All right then, I'll leave it as that. I won't rib you as much as you lot did for the rugby, which didn't really go anywhere because I don't care about sport. But apart from that,
team won.
Yeah. Who won?
The better team.
All right then. Well, that's it, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.